So our friends over at Zera, which we've done a lot of different like cases and stands and things like that in the past, actually just released this very cool, very different case. I think I don't know if it's not just for iPhones, very much iPhone specific, but it does look like the Galaxy S24, 24 Plus, and 24 Ultra. It looks like it may come in a couple colors, blue, black, and maybe a natural titanium. But it is a very, at first I was like kind of bizarre, and very minimalist because, if you look at a traditional case, this is my quad lock case, it's designed to kind of protect the whole back. But really, most incidences happen when a phone gets hit on a corner or an edge or something like that impacts this way. And that's what breaks the glass or cracks the glass. So this, as you can see, what it does is it kind of mounts on the phone in a very kind of clamps and screws on, I guess, protects the edges. You can see here in a little tiny video, right? It's goes on like this, and you screw on those, and voila. Then you can even use MagSafe chargers, batteries. So let's take a look at this here in the box and see what we think. Okay, so this is it. This is what they sent us. It looks like it comes with some protective padding. I don't know what color or anything like that we got. I have my phone here. I should probably take it out of its existing case. And the nice thing, I guess, about this case is that you buy a phone, like example, this is my iPhone 14, and you buy it a lot of times because the color and the case that you buy, you never ever get to see the color. So this, you're definitely going to be able to see the color of the case that you got. So it looks like, I would say, black. I'm glad I didn't get the blue because the blue would have been a little weird with the purple. Anyways, that's kind of it right there. It is super. You look at that and you're like, half the case is missing. But no, it's not. And I'm not sure what these are because it doesn't really say anything in here. Oh, I see. These are little edges that go, you put them in these little corners. I'm guessing you put those in there before it actually, maybe before it goes on. The actual, let's just do this. I'm going to use my old case here to just kind of put all that in there. There's little tiny screws, little tiny corners, right? A whole bunch of, there's 4 or 5, I don't know, 1,000 screws. Let's see if I don't lose them all. And there's these edges. So my thought would be that they go in from the bottom, maybe? They must go in from the bottom, yes? So they just kind of go in like so. Just make sure you find ones that fit. I'm guessing maybe some are bigger, than others. Or do they go in? No, they gotta go in that way. Yeah, there we go. Right, so that one there fits. You guys can see it, yes? Right, you just kind of squeeze it into the bottom like so. Just like that. Just make sure you get the right ones, I guess, so that they fit in there. I don't know if they all fit, but okay. There we be. And you get, there looks like there's a total of 6 of them. I'm guessing maybe 2 are spares, possibly, because you only got 4 corners, yes? And then, you got your phone. So this, just kind of clamps on there, right? Which is good. And you want to make sure you get the right one because if not, nothing's going to fit. There's where these bottom pieces are gonna, I'm going to use this as where I'm doing all my work here. These, same idea. You have the bottom corners, so just make sure you pop those, I guess, in there. 1 and 2. Okay. And then these simply, I'm guessing all they do is you just mount them, like so. They kind of they slide in. Like they literally, they slide. So I thought you just put them on top, but no, they're slid in. Now this is going to keep that in there really good. And just realize They are just tiny, looks like just like a tiny, maybe like a Phillips style screwdriver or screw. So, and that's, you do need 4 of them. Don't necessarily lose them, I guess. That is, so here's the one thing, just saying it off the top of my head. What would have been awesome is if they would have given you like a magnetic screwdriver. I'm just saying, because that, it's not horrible to put them in there, but it's also not the easiest thing. Okay, but they go in there. So you do get, looks like you do get maybe a couple extra ones, which is good. Don't over tighten them, of course. Now, the one thing with this case, which is very different than a lot of cases outside of the way that it looks, because it's so minimum, is that it's not a case that you're necessarily going to be able to take on or off quite easily, right? Because it's in there now. Now this looks, you know, I do like the fact that it looks very much, it's like almost like a naked case, except for the fact that, you know, it does have these little lips on the corners. It's a little, I'll be honest, it's a little different when you're handling it, just because, you know, you expect the phone to be flush, and when you have a case on it, usually it's flush. Now you got all these edges all over it. So it does feel a little different. Now the bonus is, of course, is that depending on your hand size, you know, you do have little things to kind of grip onto. Plus, this piece here comes down, so I don't think it turns, no. But if you really wanted to hold it, you do have that there. Plus, it does allow it to be, you know, a stand, if you want it to be a stand, or a stand that way. And based on what they said, I don't have a MagSafe battery down here, but the MagSafe supposedly works with it too. Now, I don't know if that is based off of their charger or if it will work on any charger. My guess is that the metal is thin enough so that any charger should be able to function with it. But it's cool. It's definitely a cool little case. I'll probably rock it for a little while just to see what I think. You do get like really good protection around your cameras for sure, just because of the elevation on it. You should get decent protection on the back, even though there's a lot of spots open. They are elevated enough so that if it lands flat, you'd have to have a pretty big rock or whatever to actually hit the glass back. And of course, the front also has, you guys may be able to see it, there is a decent lip on there. So if that's something of concern, plus now you got these rubber pieces on the edges, right? That's going to help with impact. And those can't come out because they have to go in that way, and the phone's kind of blocking it. So if you're looking for a case, I think that's different, then put this on the radar. If you're looking for a case that's easy to take on and take off, and you know, then this one, you know, because you need the screws, right? You need the screws to be able to get this on and off. So don't necessarily lose this for sure, and don't lose the screws when you remove them or go to put it on or whatever. All right, guys, this is the Zeera case. I don't know what they call it. The Zeera aluminum alloy MagSafe Kickstand cooling case. And I can see how they say it's a cooling case because there's no case covering it, right? So this should be able to help release some of that heat, especially if you're into gaming or video recording or any kind of stuff that you're doing kind of long term with your phone. All right, guys, that's it. Links to Zeera's website if you're interested, and we'll see you guys next video. Later.